Hey everyone, J-Dog here, Johnny Duke, the old guy gamer, and we just took on number 12 Oregon, and as you can see, we did not beat them. Oregon continues to be my Achilles heel in this game. I've faced them twice, they have beat me twice, and they have dominated me pretty heavily with their defense, so that was a little bit of a rough loss, but you know, it was a close game right up until the end. So, but let's skip ahead and see how this impacted our recruiting. We're moving on to part 5 here, and let's see if we actually snag ourselves a player. We did lose out on a couple, as we can see right there. Championship contender went down. That time I actually kind of agree with. We lost a tough game there. We are not off to a great start. So I guess I should have stayed at UNLV. But anyway, on to our recruiting, which is what we care most about. Looks like we've dropped there, but otherwise we're maintaining pretty good on most of these. We lost Alfonso, who we weren't able to crack the top 8, and Bitonio was one that Arizona had gotten really close to signing, so that's unfortunate. We will need to replace both of those guys on the recruit board. So let's continue on. We did get a player of the week for 2 tackles and a tackle for a loss. So again, and it must have been a slow week. All right, let's take a look at the recruiting. All right, we're looking good there. We're strongly ahead on both of those guys. Neither one of them can hit their visits yet. All right, so it might be time to put Griffin in for a visit, since this is definitely one of the guys that we want. How are we doing as far as knowing what he wants? Championship contender. So I'm gonna take a real big gamble here. All of these players have 3 things that are green check marks, and since everything else is red but those remaining 2 grays, I'm gonna assume that playing time is important to him. So we might as well just bring him in here, see if we can get someone else in with him. Yeah, there's no other, complimentary visit, but let's just go ahead and get him in as soon as possible and try to get somebody else in here with him. So let's gamble and see if we win. We're also going to bring this down as he's coming for a visit, so we'll just give him a little bit of something. But his visit should help offset that. I just want to double check that that game is this week. No, it's not. So we will give him more points than that. I'm glad I went back and double checked that. We've got the no-name school that we get to thump. So, well, hopefully, we'll see how that goes. All right. So let's give him more hours. What do we got? 140. Let's give him the friends and family treatment. All right. We fell behind here with Ebron, but all right. So here's the nice thing now. As you can see on the right here, we know exactly everything that he likes. So we could try doing a soft sell right now to see if we could improve our standing. So that's what we're going to do. And we're just going to select until we get all 3 of his green ones. Boom. There you go. Now, we're not really strong on any of them other than proximity to home, but hopefully that's enough to really sway him. And then we'll probably pull off his DM player because we're actually giving him a soft sell, so he's getting more hours. So that looks good. We lost Bitonio, so we're going to need to go try to target another right tackle. It's too bad we couldn't get him for his team visit, but let's see what we can find. All right. I feel like we went after this guy. Didn't he have the red diamond? I don't see it though. Maybe not. So we're third. There's not a lot of progress going on the influence bars, so we'll just we'll target this guy and we'll see if we can convince him to come here. So we'll just start with contacting friends and family and see if we can get some interest from them. All right, guards. Good. Looking good. Good and good. I don't think he would have a complimentary. No, so I need to find. I think it's gonna be difficult finding a complimentary visit with this guy unless I bring in. I don't think another wide receiver would do it, but actually I'm kind of, I can't bring him in anyway. But no, so they would actually be competitive visits. That makes sense. Neither one of my halfbacks want to come in. I don't have any quarterbacks, so there's nobody to really like sync up with him, I guess. So that's a little unfortunate. I don't think I'll be able to find one in general. So we're not going to be able to use that to our advantage. I guess we're just going to hope that the sell is good enough, and we'll see how that works out. But we're really ahead here. I want to start bringing these for visits when I get other linemen and other, like my running back. But this guy Chu is pretty close. I mean, he might be worth trying to bring in, maybe with McGriff. Maybe we bring these both in and see about getting somebody signed. So let's try that. Oh, he's not ready to visit yet. That's why. So again, you got to get him down to 5 schools. We're still at 8 with this one, so this is unfortunate. Yeah, everything's just a little bit out of sync here on offense, because nobody's really ready to come in. So we're not going to schedule any visits yet because we want to get a few of them together. We'll bring the wide receiver in, just because he's not gonna stack up with anyone anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so Ficken is doing good. Poole, we've moved up, not enough, but we're moving up. Doesn't look like he's going to sign quite yet, so we still got time. Ruggs, we've already got scheduled for week 6. He's ahead of the pack, but I think I want to see if I can soft sell him now too, as we have 2 things in green for him to do a soft sell. So that is what we'll do. We'll try soft selling him on everything on his 3 greens. There we go. Give that a shot. See if that improves the lead we have. Okay, so we dropped off here. He's got his visit scheduled, so we don't want to lose out on this guy. So we're going to send the house at him again. All right, and then we lost our 2-star left outside linebacker. I know we were having trouble picking up other left outside linebackers, so we'll take a look and see what we can get. But let's see how everyone else is doing. Still way ahead on that 5-star, who is also ready for a visit. And, see, so this is what we learned. We definitely don't want to bring in offense and defense together, because now I'm locked out of bringing him in, but there are some other defensive players that he would, work really well with. I can't bring him in this week, so I think I'm going to stack him up for week 7. Let's take a look at Zenner. He's also ready to schedule a visit. He's not nearly close enough, though. So we just have to keep working on him. Gore is probably our best bet, so we might want to bring him in or just set up his visit. And as you can see, the deal breaker's playing time, so we're just going to go ahead and focus on that. So I think I will just go ahead and do that for UNLV, our former team. I'd love to have him come in versus Nevada, but I don't want him to wait that long. So he is our 5-star, blue chip prospect. So let's go ahead, set this up for playing time. We are going to drop this one off since we set up a visit, and we've still got some hours to mess around with. So, for the most part, we're looking really good here. We do have to possibly see about another linebacker. We might have to, get a right outside linebacker and try to switch one to left is what we might have to do if that's where our interest is. Middle linebacker, we are looking solid at with that recruitment. So this one's a little bit tough because we're getting close to the end here, and we are in second place. So is there anything we can do? We can't schedule a visit. We don't have enough to hard sell them or anything like that. We could put another 10 hours into them, but I just don't know. We could also attempt to hard sell, but again, without knowing what it is that he actually fully wants, it's not gonna work out the way we want it to, probably. So I think the best thing we can do for right now is try to put more hours into him, see if we can catch up. Yeah, we're doing just fine there, and at punter, we're good. So we're gonna go back, we're gonna look for an outside linebacker. That we can target. I think we're just gonna look for the best available linebacker that, like Kiki Hand here. Just because we're high up on his list, but Arkansas is kind of really, really high up. Yeah, that was he was one of the guys we scouted. Yeah, all right. It's our best option, so at least we're already up on the interest scale, and we will throw him a scholarship, and we will put some hours into him just to start getting that going. All right, so we do have our hours spent. We've still got a lot of targets going on the board. We're ahead in most of them, so I'm feeling confident that we're going to start signing some pretty soon. We're going to have to start getting more people in for visits, and I have to do a better job of syncing them up. So we will leave it at that for this week. We'll go beat up on FCS Midwest, and we'll see if anyone gets excited to join our team. So we will see you shortly.